This time on The American Veteran, the story of a veteran brought back from the brink of suicide to start a new life. A look at how VA is gearing up to meet the growing needs of women veterans. Designing therapies and choosing medications based on a person's genetic makeup. How VA is researching traumatic brain injury by examining professional football players. And the beginning of an annual athletic competition for wounded veterans and service members. That and more coming up. Welcome to The American Veteran, a public affairs program produced by the Department of Veterans Affairs. Hello, I'm Matt Webb, a veteran who's had the privilege to serve, also one of your hosts.
And I'm Margot Ellis, an equally proud veteran who's co-hosting this edition alongside Matt.
With that, let's take a look at our first story.
At the Department of Veterans Affairs, preventing suicide among those who have served is an extremely high priority. To that end, VA continually promotes a national toll-free suicide hotline, 1-800-273-TALK, which it credits with saving the lives of some 7,000 suicidal veterans. Right now, we're going to put a personal face to this tragic choice by explaining how a troubled veteran learned that suicide was not his only option.
Navy veteran David Cosby had a plan to kill himself.
Picked the street and started walking towards the mountains with the idea, well, I'll just walk up in the mountains and figure out some other way of taking my life.
After years of personal struggle, David came to Las Vegas from Indiana out of desperation, hoping to find construction work. But with the recession came a downturn in the Las Vegas job market, which David all too quickly discovered.
At that point, I pretty much gave up. I hate to say it, because, but I gave up.
After one failed suicide attempt in a motel room, he decided to try again. David's plan was to walk into the desert and keep on walking until he died. After several miles under the intense Nevada sun, he found shade at a bus stop.
Noticed the suicide prevention signs.
The poster read, "It takes the courage and strength of a warrior to ask for help."
And I looked at it and I read it a few times, The more I read it, it takes a warrior to ask for help, basically. I thought, well, that's true, I'm not one that's ever asked for help from anybody.
The poster displayed VA's suicide hotline. David found the courage to get up and head in a new direction.
Looked across the street, there was a payphone. It was a toll-free number.
The call made from that bus stop changed David's life. The suicide prevention counselor he spoke with immediately directed him to the nearest VA clinic. Ironically, only a short walk away.
I can't say enough good things about this clinic, believe me. They sat with me there for 2 or 3 hours waiting, talking to me, arranged transportation for me to get to the MOP, which is the VA hospital out at Nellis Air Force Base, that same evening.
Quickly getting help for suicidal veterans is what the National Suicide Prevention Hotline is all about. The bus stop ad that caught this veteran's eye is just one way VA is trying to make suicidal veterans aware that help is available. Another is through public service announcements on TV.
VA cares about you. VA is reaching out to veterans who are thinking about suicide.
The Suicide Prevention Hotline, a partnership between VA and the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline, receives about 10,000 calls a month. Social media also plays a role in helping veterans who may be suicidal. On VA's Suicide Prevention homepage, an anonymous chat service with a trained counselor is available to troubled vets.
Come on in.
David's initial hospitalization was able to address his suicidal issues. After being released, he was referred to a VA outpatient clinic in Las Vegas. There, social worker Linda Sims helped him get off the streets and pull his life back together.
The main focus that we have is to assist homeless veterans to get off the streets and into some sort of safe housing. That's the main focus of our work.
She arranged for me to stay at the Salvation Army shelter for a few days until I could get a room here at US Vets.
With funding provided by VA, US Vets provides homeless and at-risk veterans like David with shelter, while providing clinical counseling and employment assistance.
Here at US Vets, we provide everything from case management services to employment training, supplies, of course, basic needs, housing, food, shelter.
From what I understand, this is one of the best facilities in the nation as far as finding jobs and getting people back out and be self-reliant again.
Just a short time ago, David was walking into the desert to die. But today, with VA's help, he has a job and hopes for a better future.
I'm proud of the way that my government has helped me out afterwards, because they've not let me down.
David's story illustrates what can happen when you reach out for help. If you're a veteran who's depressed and may be thinking of suicide, please call 1-800-273-TALK. That's 1-800-273-8255. Then press 1. On the other end of the line, you can talk confidentially with a professional counselor who can help. If you're not comfortable talking with someone about your feelings, please go to the website on your screen. There, you'll be able to chat online with one of VA's suicide counselors. Don't worry, it's completely anonymous. And remember, it takes the courage and strength of a warrior to ask for help.